Update 5 has just come out for GPO and it brings a lot of new content to the games, such as more islands, new observation hockey, and new devil fruits. Of these new devil fruits, one of them stands out in particular, that one being the Yomi Yomi Nomi, as it's the first and so far only fruit in the new epic category that was introduced in this update. So in this video, I wanted to speculate what 5 other fruits could join Yomi in the epic tier. But before I begin, I'm going to establish a few rules of what fruits are eligible for this list. Number 1, they have to be canon devil fruits. So no Bato Bato no Mi model vampire, or any fan-made devil fruits. Number 2, they have to make sense in GPL. Bon Clay's fruit doesn't really seem to work in the context of GPL, so I'm not going to be including it in this. Number 3, they can't already be in GPL. I would argue that some rares could use a promotion and maybe a few legendaries could use a demotion. But as far as I know, the GPO team hasn't exactly changed the rarity of fruits before, and it doesn't seem like there's good enough reason. Okay, with those out of the way, it's time to finally get into the list. Coming in at number 5 is the Wax fruit. The Wax fruit eaten by Mr. 3 is a very versatile paramecia type devil fruit that allows the user to create and control wax. Now you might think that this fruit is just a cheap version of Mochi, but it has a lot of potential to be completely different and bring a whole new depth to combat with creating armor and using the candle lock as a stun. Coming in at number 4 is the Ino Ino no Mi model wolf. Now I was gonna put Kaku's devil fruit on this list, the giraffe one, but then I realized that no one really wants to be a giraffe. Like, could you imagine going into a 1v1 and the person you're fighting just starts extending or looking like this?
Hell no.
Anyway, I picked this fruit because it was a very interesting zone type devil fruit that wouldn't look too ridiculous in GPO. But seeing as how Java mainly used Rokushiki moves with it, it'd be interesting to see how the devs would implement this fruit and if this fruit would be affected by the fighting style you're using. And in number 3, we have the Moku Moku no Mi. Now the Moku Moku no Mi is a Logia type devil fruit that's been eaten by Smoker. Now I could see this fruit being added during like a marine focused update because it has a lot of potential to provide a lot of stuns and grab, which could be very useful in capturing players. But in terms of damage output, I don't think it's going to be that high, and that's why it'll be an epic fruit instead of a legendary because they love doing Smoker dirty. Coming in at number 2 is the Hana Hana no Mi, which is Nico Robin's devil fruit. It's a paramecia type devil fruit that allows the user to duplicate parts of their body. Now, I could easily see a bunch of moves coming from this moveset, and it'd be interesting to see which moves they would pick to be included in GPL, but I suspect mostly all-hand moveset is what we're gonna get because that's what she mainly uses in the shell, although sometimes she uses her legs. Anyway, on to the honorable mentions. These are devil fruits that I wanted to add to the list, but for one reason or another they didn't end up making the cut, and I'll post a little description of why I didn't include them. But with that out of the way, it's time to get into number 1. The fruit that I most want to see added to the game as an epic fruit is the Bara Bara no Mi, otherwise known as the Chop Chop fruit. This is a paramecia fruit that was eaten by Buggy the Clown, and it's a fruit that allows the user to split their body into different pieces. Now in the anime, Buggy was immune to sword attacks, and even in game you can't hit the Star Clown with sword M1s, but I don't think they're gonna add this into the fruit because gum users also can't get hit by bullets, and with how heavily swords are used in GPO PvP, there's no way they're gonna let you dodge that. Even without this feature though, the fruit could still be a really cool addition to the game, as Buggy is a recurring character that uses his fruit in a variety of different ways. I think we can all agree that it would be amazing to be the Buggy car in GPO. Anyway, those are the fruits that I would like to see as epics, but if you guys have any suggestions or have a comment on the ones that I picked, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And honestly, I just want something other than Yomi. Anyway, with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.